Hi, welcome to Moa Art Snack for Kids. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Twyla.
And today we are going to do a mask based on a mask in our exhibit by Savannah LaVille called Ever-Changing Tides. This artist used a lot of lines and yarn in her work. So what you need to do is get together some supplies. Yarn, scissors, glue, a paper plate, or a piece of paper cut into a circle.
And if you don't have yarn, you can use markers.
You can use markers, crayons, whatever you got around, that's just fine.
And you can make little things to use before or after.
True. One thing I wanted to talk about before we get started is some other artists that use lines in their work. One artist that I particularly like is Magdalena Abakanowicz. She's a weaver from Poland, and this is a piece of hers called Yellow Abakan. And you can see she just used yellow, but there's all kinds of lines and movement going on in this sculpture. Another piece that I like a lot is Roy Lichtenstein's brushstroke. And this is a sculpture, but by using black and white lines, you really get a sense of movement on this piece. And one more piece that you might be familiar with is Edward Munch's The Scream. With this piece, he used pastels and black lines that go back and forth and kind of give you a feeling. What kind of feeling do you get from that piece, Twyla?
Scared?
A little scary, yeah. So remember when you're using lines that the lines can help you think about the way people might feel if they see the work. So what you're gonna do to make your work look a lot like this one is you're going to start with a marker and you're just gonna draw some lines. Now with this piece, she didn't necessarily give her mask eyes and a nose and a mouth. She kind of just did lots of different waves because it's called Ever-Changing Tides. So I'm thinking she's trying to like maybe make a seascape. But you can do whatever you'd like. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of give myself a little guideline. I'm gonna do an eyeball and another eyeball.
And I'm gonna be demonstrating if you don't have yarn.
Twyla's not gonna use yarn and I am. So I'm gonna give myself a crazy little nose and maybe just a smiley mouth like that. So now that I've got my design, I'm going to put some glue on all around the lines that I drew. And not a lot of glue, just enough that that yarn is gonna stick on there really good. Okay. You can keep decorating yours, Twyla, well.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have to decide what color I wanna use. So I'm gonna probably use some black. And I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna, like drawing with a pencil, except for using the yarn. Go like that. And what's gonna happen, you're gonna get glue all over your hands. And you can go wash your hands. You can pause this video and go wash your hands whenever you're feeling gluey. Or you can be like me and just keep it gluey for the whole time and then wash it at the end. That is up to you. I'm gonna give him a funny little nose. How are you doing, Twyla?
Good.
And I'm gonna give him another funny little nose. And remember, what we're trying to do is use line to be expressive. So my lines are gonna I think this guy's gonna be silly from the way my lines are looking. What about you, Twyla? What do you think your lines are gonna be?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're just gonna wait and see?
Maybe a secret?
Uh-oh.
Secrety
lines.
And that is what, I'm making a character, and that is probably the baseline of my character from the book that I'm reading.
Oh, what book is that?
Well, more like I was reading. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Ah, so it's somebody with a secret, huh?
Yes.
So how can you use lines to make it look like somebody's got a secret?
Maybe if they're kind of like looking around, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
Okay, and I'm at the end of my string, so I'm just gonna snip it off there, kind of press that down, and go over to the other eyeball. And wrap it around there.
And since I'm done with my facial, wait, I actually.
I'm gonna put a little green on this. Just a little bit. He's gonna have one green eye and one black eye.
Kind of like Matt and Marty.
Now we are just gonna do this for a couple minutes, but if you wanna sit and work on this longer, that is great. And if you can send us a picture of your piece to the museum, we'd love to put it on our Facebook and Instagram and give you credit. Or you can be anonymous if you want to. You could be an anonymous artist, but you can just send that, go to the museum website and send it to the information there. We'd love to see what you're doing as well. Okay. So I've got a green eye, and I've got a black eye, and I think I want to give him,
And you can also make up names, or if it's a character, have a name.
give him some orange lips. Is that okay?
Yeah?
He's gonna kind of look maybe scary. I thought he was gonna be silly, but he's looking more mysterious. So see, what I would do is just keep going round and round and round until we get this kind of a texture. She covered that whole mask with yarn. Probably took her quite a long time, don't you think, Twyla? And you can spend your time doing that, that's fine. Or you can just do the face with the yarn if you want, that's fine too. Or like Twyla did, she drew hers and then she made a really cool braid with finger knitting. So if you know how to finger knit, you can use that with your
Or
piece.
if you know how to knit or sew, you could do that.
So this is mine so far. And this is what it would look like if you wanted to spend a lot of time to kind of really fill in the face. And you can also give them hair. Twyla's got one over there that she made hair with. And please send us pictures of your masks when we're done. So I put them up so people can see.
Yeah.
You ready? Thanks for stopping by. See you next week.